Hello, fellow geeks and citizens. I am Geekier Gamer, and today we're going to continue knocking out odds and ends from the pure and teleporting chapters. Many little things that take quite a bit of time to get set up and will build a foundation for Elite Technium. We spent quite a bit of time last episode with this setup behind me here doing purifying. So let's get right into it. Welcome to Techopolis 3. All right, so when we left off, I was messing around with purifying to get the purified biofuel. I also said in between episodes I would set up the purifying, which is pretty much the same for diamonds, because all we do is bring over the purified coal blocks we already had. So here we go. I've got diamonds going on, and I went ahead and set up a little casting thing here just to create the plate version, and I'm just sending one each round robin to these two different places. Purifying. What a mess this was. I ended up looking. We actually had a quest in Pure, I believe. Let's see here. Yes, to create the electric pump. And I went ahead and created 4 of them. They are much faster than the ambient water controllers, or whatever they're called. And then the purifying water machines here. I just created this huge stack. And these two, you'll see here, it keeps plenty in here because this is backed up and done. It's not really running very much. But over here, you'll see kind of same thing. So I finally got a good, nice backlog. For a while, it was just keeping pace. So I just kept adding and adding and adding. And these electric pumps are interesting because they take water from a source block, a water source block. So I had to create water source blocks here. I brought in power because they use, they're electric. Also, you'll notice I'm using the advanced mechanical pipes. So we had already unlocked what we needed to go to the next layer of pipe, which is this infused alloy. And so I just went ahead and made a bunch of that and upped my pipes so that they could pipe this material faster. So this was a lot of work. This was already there. I did move the lava underneath the ground here. This is still just cranking away coal blocks. No problems there. Got so many coal blocks. And let's see here. We've got our backlog of our osmium rods. So that brings us to over here. I did set up the automation for this. Previously, we did this manually. All it is a metallurgic infuser with redstone and copper, which we did on camera previously. But I went ahead and set it up to start cranking it out. And so, yeah, and I got a little mulch thing going on back here. Right, so I pretty much hit capacity in this area here. So I added 2 floors so we can continue. And that brings us to today. And the first thing we need to do in our chapter is dive into osmium compressor. And based on looking at this, I think we're going to need 2 of these. Let's see, I got a crafting table here. So let's go see what we need to make an osmium compressor. Osmium and compressor. All right, we think we have all of that in our. Well, that should have been in there. Let's just look at that. It's building. So we got 2, and I think 2 is what we need. That's why I'm going to move these up here. Now, osmium compressors take osmium. I believe they require osmium. Let me look inside here. I believe you have to bring osmium in, and then you do something with it. In this case, we're going to do glowstone, refined glowstone, which requires osmium and glowstone dust. I happen to have the osmium creation right here. I'm just going to go ahead and set this up expand this round robin. Or actually, I don't think it's doing round robin now. I'm gonna make it do round robin, and bring this up. And also, I need to bring power up. So let's do it in the corner. Let's go down here and find some power. Let's see. That looks clean over here. All right, I have to go up over here. So get our power going up here. We're going to need it for this next layer. Oh, I guess I didn't need it in this corner because it's coming up the corner of the building there. All right. Leave that alone for a minute. I'm probably going to bring it along here and then across as needed. All right. And then we're going to need the osmium. Oh, that was the osmium hole. So osmium. Grab a cable. Change this to round robin and send only 1 item. Okay. And then these are going to need to bring one other item in each. So let me just put the first one down. I'm going to need to bring in glowstone dust, which happens to be below, but I'm going to go ahead and just do it our inventory way. So I'm going to put an inventory box down. Make sure that's not connected. And then get our just a sorter here. Configure for glowstone. Dust. There we go. And then put down the osmium compressor. Boom. Set this for, let's see, it's going to need to be the red. So it's already the red. That's the output. Top's going to need to be the extra. Oops. Here we go. Bottom is going to be energy. Nothing here, nothing here. All right, nice. So, let's see. Yeah, I'm already seeing problems. I should have gone the other direction. That's fine. I'll leave that going that way just in case. Oops. Down too far. Across we come. And in we go. There we go. And then for this guy, I can bring the cable here. And I guess I'll go all the way across to go down the other corner. Because eventually all this will be hidden in the walls. That's why I'm kind of trying to think where this goes. These are all walls right here where this is empty. And I'm just going to bring it all the way to the corner then. Oops. Just for aesthetics. And then there's actually a connection in here somewhere. Not under that one. There's one. So if I bring this over here, boom, 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 to the corner, and up, there we go. So I'll, actually I don't think I need to facade those because I can just cover them with the white bricks. I'll facade that one later. Excellent. So that should be spitting out glowstone into our machine here. It did. All right. And now we're going to want to bring our osmium up and over and down. And let's see if we get one. Here it comes. There's actually no other place for it to go right now because I think that other machine is full, but there we go. All right, and that should create our refined. So we're gonna have to output that. Let's get a drawer. And a key to lock it once it's got one in there. And auto eject. Lock. Quantify. Go back here. Chop this. And put an inventory control in. Nice and simple. Now that's on the network and accessible. All right, we're going to do the same thing for refined obsidian. But there are a couple more steps because we don't actually have refined obsidian. So, to make refined obsidian, we need to first take diamond and obsidian dust, which means we need to actually go back one more step to obsidian dust and make dust. So we're going to need a crusher. So let's make a crusher. All right. Oh, we're going to need some lava buckets. Let's see here, buckets. You know what? I'm just going to go get all of these as lava buckets. Got a lava repository up here. Go steal some lava. Oh, there's no lava in there. Oh, not that one. I'll go over here to this other one. There we go. Also not a full bucket. Oh, here's a full bucket. Wow. All right. Throw this in our crafter. Now that we're over here, might as well do it here. and make our crusher. And we're taking this crusher here. Let's sleep because it's dark. We're taking this crusher up to where the obsidian is. Now, I manually made obsidian before by just taking... So if you remember going way back, we needed obsidian for advanced technium. So up here, we are creating obsidian, molten obsidian. Well, not very fast, but we are making it. And it looks it's empty because our water is not producing fast enough. Interesting. Interesting. So we'll need to fix this with one of those new pumps. Let's grab this and let's take these off. And let's go make one of the new pumps. So slight detour. This is how it always happens as we're making things. We get a slight detour. So we're going to make an electric pump real quick. Electric pump. It's right here. So we need to make another advanced technium machine frame, and then we need to make this fluid pump, which I think I have everything for, and then electric pump, and then we're going to need let's see here, buckets. We'll grab these 2 buckets, and we need some water, and we have water back here we can snag. You know, should I just pump this water over instead of making new water? That might be the smarter way to do this. I know it's kind of crazy to like keep doing these cables all over, but that thing is pretty powerful, and I can expand it even where it's at. So maybe it becomes our single source of water. Let me grab some more mechanical pipes. Just make sure I have enough. Get rid of these buckets. I know I already made the electric pump, but I can use it if I expand the other thing over there. So I'm tossing it in here. Oh, let's see. Don't really want to go above ground. That's not been my way of doing things. So I'm going to take... Oh, I did it again. This is where the wall is going to go. I did it again. This whole thing needs to shift right. Oh. Anyway, I'm going to do it here. I thought I had been smart and fixed that, but... evidently not. Let's go find a place where I can bring it up. Let's go this corner here. And let's go back this way. And let's go find where it's at. Right here. Okay. Oh wait, I have water right there already. Coming over. Can I tag onto that? That's different water. That's slower water. That's different water source. So no, I want to go off of this water source, which should be interesting. Crazy. Maybe I'll connect that one in later. To look and see. I think it's coming from the tinkers, or not from the tinkers, from the simple or not so simple smeltery. All right, almost there. All right, then take this up. Hopefully I don't follow the sky. Here we go. Let's take this up. Keep going. Is this the right building? Yes. And bring it over. Whoops. And I'm going to need to sneak it past here somehow without... I guess because water's in it. Well, I don't want to connect it to this one, or it will connect to that one. So I'm going to need to go sneakily around up here, I think. So... All right, because it has water in it already, I don't know if it's going to get freaky or not. Oh, let's find out. Okay. Whew. All right. Got water. Produce me some stuff. Oh, and I can put in an advanced technium block to make that speed up a little bit. Tech. Yeah, advanced block. Boom. Okay. All that to say, I'm producing obsidian in a couple ways. I'm using it for... This is one, and it's coming in here, and it's going both to our advanced technium machine, which is not running right now, and the other side of that is coming all the way over here to this smeltery here, and it's making obsidian here, very slowly, very slowly. So I might have to think about creating a second one of these. Because I don't think there's another way to make this any faster. So I may have to create a second kiln with the obsidian blueprint to get this to go faster. All right, because that, as far as I can tell, looking at the JEI, that is the only way to make obsidian. There are some ways that it looks like you can, but it's not. Obsidian. Can I spell this right? Obsidian. So when you go to obsidian, molten obsidian specifically, because you got to make it yourself. Here's the alloy kiln methodology, and here's the mixing methodology, but you can't build this mixer. Oh, we could do the advanced mixer. But is that faster? Oh, I need elite techium. Oh, no, I don't. I can just do a Sippo melter. I may have to experiment with that to see how fast this mixes, because this is pretty slow. So if I'll experiment, but not now. All right, so we have obsidian. We need crushed obsidian. So we have a crusher here, and we're going to... Oh, how do I want to do this? Because I don't want to crush all my obsidian. I should move this out by 1 block. All right, well, that was crazy. I crashed my server by breaking these blocks here. I guess it was trying to fill it with an obsidian block at the same time I broke it, so that was fun. All right, so I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to do logistical. I'm going to say obsidian block, right? Obsidian block. New filter. Obsidian. Drag that in. Say save. I'm going to say single item round robin. And then I'm going to put down the existing. And then I'm going to put down a second one, even though they are basically the same. And I'm going to go and take some out of here and put it in here. Lock that. All right, run some pipe. There we go. So now, as it happens, let's see what's going on here. Uh-oh, I got lava. I'm not supposed to have lava in that. Okay, well, I fixed it. I had to use a bunch of tanks, and then once I did all that, I realized this thing was not. It's still maybe not creating enough lava. So there's some more. I put a ton of cobblestone melters here, feeding cobblestone. It looks like I can actually move this up some more and put some more here because it's still not keeping up with demand. All right. But it's not that it can't create obsidian fast enough. It's that it's not getting lava fast enough. So I'll figure that out later. So continuing over here, we did this thing where we separated this. I'm going to go ahead and add them back into the network. So let's get some cable here. All right. So now I have obsidian in the network. And I need to crush some obsidian. And I really separated it because I didn't want to... in fact, I don't want both of these on the network. So let me move this one over 1 block. Like this, throw on a cable, and that takes it off the network. So now it's its own person. It's its own thing. It's not on this network. All right. Because then I'm going to feed it. Okay, so now it's getting dark. I'm going to feed it into the crusher. And I want it dedicated because I want to leave Obsidian for other purposes. Because every time I turn around, right, I need different things for different things. So I'm just going to backlog other Obsidian just in case I need it. And I'm going to use this one. Make sure this is still working. Is there some problem in here? I guess there's not enough Obsidian coming over. Oh, I had lava in it still. There we go. There we go. Back in action. So that should produce something. First one goes there. That should produce. Second one should go up here. There we go. All right, just like I expected. All right, back on track. Whew. All right, stick our crusher here. We're just going to feed this in. And then, there we go. Goes in the right place. Just needs power, which I don't believe I have over here anywhere. So we're going to need to run over here. Actually, it should come from here. And it should come from here. Nope, this block. We'll go down. All right, no power here, but we can get some here. I'm going to have to make some more cable. But let's start here and go this way, and then go down again. All right, let me make some more of this cable, universal cable. Whew, it seems every time I turn around, it takes forever to set this stuff up. All right. That should be enough. So we're going to go underneath here, and then we're going to come back over here someplace. There's power underneath here for sure. In a bunch of places. Oh, oh, wait. There's power right there. So I did have it over here for something. Oh, yeah, the enrichers. Aha. Okay. So then up we go inside this wall. I'll tell you, some of my walls, all they're going to be is facades. It's crazy. I should collect these blocks. Don't want to waste. There we go. So now we're going to crush, we're crushing the obsidian. Let's see what we get. Boom, obsidian dust. I like that you get 4. So our task still is to create refined obsidian. So we had to create the first dust. First dust, here we go. And then we're going to take it and put it in the metallurgic infuser to create refined obsidian dust. And we need to feed it diamond. So I need a metallurgic infuser. Infuse. Here we go. Metallurgic infuser. Oops. I need some. Oh, I need copper gears, and I don't have any. All right. We'll be right back. All right. So I crafted some gears. So back to the infuser. Let's see. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. All right. All right. And let's look at refined again. It needs diamond. That's right. It's fine. Can I just stick diamond in the infuser? I feel like that's not possible. Let's go down here because I did something I thought with diamond. No. Does this one use diamond? No. That one uses oxygen. That one uses oxygen. Oxygen, oxygen. None of these use diamond. All right, well, we'll find out if you can put diamond in or if it has to be diamond dust or something like that. So let's stick this here. Set this up to auto export. So now it's going to be in here, and let's just oh, I should have just grabbed some diamond. Diamond. Let's grab a bunch of diamonds and let's see if they'll go in there. If they won't, ugh, be very annoying. Ugh, They don't. Every single time I try to do something, it's so complicated. I bet you it's diamond dust or something like that. Let's take a look. Osmium compressor, which I'm not at yet. I'm going to need osmium. But I'm going to bring it over to the osmium. Okay, here. So, yeah, it's got to be dust or enriched. Enriched gives you 80 millibuckets. Diamond dust, which is just purely 1 diamond to 1 dust. So that's a 1 to 10. And then what is this? This is 1 diamond in an enrichment chamber. Oh, geez. There's no reason why I wouldn't do that. So let's make an enrichment chamber. Enrichment chamber. There's no way to do this. Yeah, there's no reason to do it the other way. It's lose some light. Oh, dang it. It looks like we're at the very close to the end of the episode. Let's see if we can get this going before we run out of time here. Let's see here. Let's throw this down. I think we can just throw it on this side, or actually even. Do I want to put it on top? I don't think it hurts anything if I put it on top. And because we can set this up to be top is extra. Back is energy. There's nothing on the bottom. Oh, let's see. Let's see, nothing in the front. To the right would still be output. Whatever this is going to make. Let's put it here. And then power I can bring over for both these machines. And then I need to bring diamond into here. So let's see. Put something like this, something like this. Configure diamond. Drag the diamond over. Boom. All right, I'm going to say 4 singles, just so it doesn't send it too quickly, but it probably will anyway. Okay, enriching. Output is going to go to the bottom. Energy is on the back. Input on the top. So there it is. Oh, I got to auto eject. Okay, so there it goes. It got it in there. Now we're processing our dust. There's our refined. Okay, set auto eject. All right, there's our refined. Let's lock it in. And then we need to put an inventory on this and hook it in, which maybe easier to just go over the top here. It's not going to look as nice, but I think it's going to be easier. Boom, now it's in the network. All right, so that's almost to it, because all we need to do now is set up an osmium compressor, which is identical to what we just did over here for this, except it's the same setup except for refined obsidian. So I'm going to do that between episodes, and then here it looks like I need to set up another alloy can to make this obsidiglow. I don't know what this is actually used for. Probably some crafting, so I don't want to make too much of it. All right, well, we didn't get as far as I wanted to get. We're still knocking around these odds and ends in the pure thing. We got into glowstone dust and making glowstone ingots with the osmium. We're almost there with the refined osmium. We've made the enriched diamond, which is going to help us, but we still got a lot left to do. I want to thank you for joining me and carrying on with me as I struggle through these little odds and ends that take way longer than they should. And we'll continue to knock these out in the future episodes. Maybe I need to just do, I'm thinking about doing an extra long episode to try to just get through this stuff, because it feels like it's just taking too long. And if I can get through them and get back into progression, we'll see. It's really going to come down to if somebody wants to watch a long episode. So I'll decide, and then we'll get there. But in the meantime, I want to thank you again, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.